Today's video is all about decorations and how you can use them to your advantage in Albion Online. The first thing is a very basic silver flip. What I'm going to show you here is how to flip decorations. You're not going to make much silver from it, but you can make silver from it. So if you want some easy money, here's how to do it, okay? So whenever you click on the drop-down menu here in the marketplace, you go to furniture and you go to decoration. Okay, and then you can also check banners, flags, heretic, keeper, morganas, and unique. But if you click on an item like this small sword sculpture, if we click on this item here, we can see that it has an item value of 5,000, okay? It doesn't matter if there's a stack of items or not, it's going to show us the item value of this. What you can do is you can salvage this item and get 75% of this number. So let's pull up a calculator just real quick. Let me show you on the screen a calculator, okay? So we're going to take 5,000 and then we're going to minus 25%, okay? Which is 1,250. So if we can buy this for cheaper than 3,750, we make profit. So let me show you that in action now. So we're going to go ahead and buy this one for 3,000 because that's a nice even number. And there we go. So we just bought it for 3,000 silver. And all you got to do is take it to the repair guy and you're going to go to salvage and we're going to make some silver. So here's the repair guy. Here's the salvage button on the left here. We're going to go ahead and throw it over here and now he's going to pay us 3,750 silver for free just to salvage it. So we just made 750 silver. I know that's really not a lot of silver, but I just wanted to show you that it is something you can do. So real quick, we're going to see just how much we can make. Ignore these braziers. I'm going to go through the entire market now and see just how much of a profit we can have. So here is what we've got so far. I started at 136.4 million silver. And then I show on screen how much silver I have after buying, which means I spent 67,154 silver. And we're going to go to salvage now, and I'm going to turn this off, and we're going to go ahead and salvage everything that I bought. And that's going to give us 77,400 silver, okay? So we're going to go ahead and salvage. 77,400 is how much we just made. And let's look at our silver now. Let me pull up on screen here. Just, let's see. Silver after selling is going to be 136, 410, 424. And let's make sure the math is correct from the game. So we got 136, 410, 424. And we're going to subtract that by 136, 400, 178. Let me try that again. 136, 410, 424. Okay. Minus 136, 400, 178. So we made, like I said, it's not a lot. But silver made is 10,246. Okay. So that's about right. Again, it's not a lot, but it is something you can do in every single town, and it's completely free. It only takes a few minutes. But that's just part one of how we can utilize our decorations. I'm going to show you some other neat tricks that you can use with decorations. So one thing that I like to do for faction PvP is you can use these as a marker for when shields run out, okay? So let me show you. We're going to zone into Long March Meadow, and we're going to run as fast as possible in a single direction, okay? So we're going to just immediately run downwards. We're going to follow the road like we would if we're like a transport. Like pretend we're doing like a heart transport, okay? And as soon as this shield runs out, we're going to place our marker down, okay? So we're running, we're transporting. Oh, there it is, okay? So it ran out right about here, so we can take this little brazier and we can just kind of place it right about here. So now we know that the shield runs out as soon as the player touches here, okay? So what we can do, and look at that, me run into it. You can also kind of obscure people's pathing with this too, especially bots. But a lot of times people will come out and break these with demolition hammers, but more about that later, okay? So, as a transport ganker, I know that if someone's doing a transport, I can set my butt about right here, maybe about right here, and because they have a shield, and because their UI will show that they have a shield buff, let me show you the path once again, okay? Because your shield runs out when you get far enough away from town, right? So I've got the shield buff, and this is not from leaving the town. This is from, you know, the border of town. But you'll see that, now, of course, it doesn't work correctly, but look at my buffs. I've got plenty of time left on my shield, and it ran out. based on the distance, okay? So a heart transport will be like, I have half a buff remaining, and then suddenly their shield's gone, and then suddenly you're dismounting them, and then suddenly they don't have their heart transport anymore. So, but there's another test you can do, and you'll need a player that's AFK to do this one. And I'm just going to try to find somebody to do this on, but this is judging how far you can run until a nameplate disappears. So we just have to find a player that's standing around and not moving. So I'm going to go do that real quick. Okay, let's try to do it in town. It's a little bit harder, though. We're going to track Lynx 30, and I'm going to run directly away from him and count how long it takes, okay? So we're on top of Lynx 30. So 1,000, 2 1,000, and I can't see nameplates outside of the screen because it's in town. Never mind. And you know, you don't really notice these things until you actually try looking for them, okay? How about this person? We got Unspoken 0001. So we're going to stand on top of him, and we're just going to run away from him until his nameplate disappears, okay? So 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1. So it stops around when I say 4-1, okay? And we're going to do that test again. We're going to stand directly on top. We're just going to run away from them. No gallops. So 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4. So it ends around 4. That's when his name fades away from off screen, but that's also when we can hear them. So now we're going to go back to our little marker now and place a secondary marker for our ambush point. And you can also retest your marker. So I'm following the roads. We're running along. We can also use this other person we're running with who is literally, well, not quite doing a transport, but we can see when their shield ends. I didn't get a shield buff, so boop, right there. See, right when they pass the brazier, that's when the buff ran out. So we know that when we say 1 1,000, 2 1,000, etc., on 4 is when the nameplate fades away. So if the shield runs out, let's give it a little bit of leeway, like right about here. So we're going to go 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4. And I hit the S button on my keyboard to stop my movement. And so I know exactly right here where I'm standing is where I am technically, we'll give it a little bit of extra. We know this is the exact point where my nameplate is not visible to the enemy transport player. So I can literally sit here unmounted, and the second their shield runs out, I can hear them coming before their nameplate shows up, and I can already be popping cooldowns and running directly at them, or in this case, I can use my Desert Breeze ability to get a run speed buff. And before they even realize that there's an enemy nameplate, I can also go invisible, too. That's another thing. If like, say I'm in the black zone ganking, right, and I use these little things as, you know, to know when the shield runs out or whatever, right? I can sit here, and I will be able to hear their footsteps before their nameplate arrives. So as soon as I hear footsteps, I would hit my invisibility ability or drink my invisibility potion, and then they'll be running down this road, and then I can just pop out of invisibility, break their mount, kill them, take all their stuff. So these things are really handy because, like, without a burning brazier here, are you going to know this is when the shield breaks? Are you going to be able to go back to your ambush point every single time? Will you just instinctively know it's this bush right here compared to this bush, or possibly this bush a little bit further down? No, that's why you set these little braziers up. But you can also set them up as kind of a way to push people towards mobs as well. So a lot of times, you'll see this in the black zones all the time, but like you see like random mob camps, right? Like let's pretend if I'm traveling west here, and there's like a road. I mean, there's no road here, but pretend there is. But pretend there's a whole bunch of junk in the way. So instinctively, to avoid the junk, I will go up and around it. But oh no, I just got mob aggro. Now I'm tagged by the mob. Now I'm slowed down because I had to run around all the clutter in the road. Which, again, you'll see this all the time in the black zone. And now that I'm tagged by the mob, the enemy player waiting in ambush hears the slashing noise. My mount is slowed down. This gives them even more time to catch up and gank me. So that is the primary use of decorations. But there's a way around this too. You can always destroy decorations, and you will need a demolition hammer to do so, and you will have to be PvP flagged, even if it's a red zone, or I'm sorry, a blue zone. You can PvP flag up, and then you will be able to smash them. So, because braziers are a tier 5 deployable, I do want a demolition hammer. There we go. And I do want one of the tier 5 variety so I can smash it faster. So these are only 5k, whatever. We'll go ahead and buy one. So now I have one of these in my inventory. And if I remember correctly, you don't need to equip the demolition hammer to use it, but you must be PvP flagged. So let me show you how it works to get rid of these things. And like I said, if you go around spamming deployables, eventually Arch or anyone who runs bots and transport bots and whatnot, they will send an entire like special forces team out to destroy these. Because me and some people that I know, we used to just spam deployables all over the maps, and people would come smash them up, okay? So I'm going to leave that one there. We'll see how long that one lasts, okay? It's right outside Bridgewatch, but you'll see here, if I just click on this, I can pick it up because I placed it, right? But let's say I just give it up. I just want to give it up, okay? So I can no longer pick it up. I can also claim it, I guess. But essentially, I can't destroy it, right? But if I PvP flag up, and I don't know if it'll let me break my own furniture. I assume it will, but now that I'm PvP flagged, I will be able to left-click this and attack it. It should change to a sword icon. Not this sword icon because there's an Impala in the way, but, okay, well, maybe not. Maybe I have to do this on a different character. Oh, okay, yeah, you have to actually equip the demolition hammer. And then you can attack it, and you can see that I'm breaking it slowly. Here's its health. And the higher tier the hammer, the more damage you will do to it. So I'm attacking it with a tier 5 hammer. It is a tier 5 deployable. It still takes a bunch of hits, but there we go. I have now smashed the deployable. It is destroyed. And you can go around and smash deployables if you want. It's something people tend to do sometimes. You don't get anything for it. And also now I am a criminal, but I'm not an outlaw, so I should be able to re-enter town. No problem. But yeah, that's how it works, and also I didn't lose durability for some reason, so that's cool. That's not normal. It used to take durability. I don't know what happened there, but that's deployables. That's how you can profit off of furniture deployables. That's how you can use them strategically to your advantage. You can use them to mark things, like if you find a really good farming spot, throw it down and you can recognize, you know, what you've put down, right? There's just, there's so many different possibilities to use these things, and they're pretty cheap. Like, those braziers that I bought, you know, they were only, like, what, a few hundred silver. Let's go to furniture, and then Morgana. Yeah, they were, like, 200 silver. That's nothing. That's super cheap. And just, like, there's a ton of them, too. Like, if I go to buy, just look at them all. There's plenty. You could just buy order a ton of these and throw them around if you want. I mean, and then there's a bunch of other things too, like these enchanted ones, which I don't remember seeing earlier for some reason. I swear I looked through the store. Oh, I must have had enchantment level 0 selected. Oh no, I missed all of these. But yeah, like I could actually buy these, and because I can sell these for 450, so I actually could have made more than 10,000 earlier. Oops, my bad. But yeah, there you go. And how much are these worth? 600 also? Yeah, okay. So, but you get the point. You can search through each store, make some quick silver, or just have some fun. Carry a few around with you, throw them down, and then check a week later, see if they're still there. They might or might not be. It's whatever, but that's how deployables work in Albion Online. I'm Soul Benji. Thanks for watching. As always, be a bro and stay swole. Let me know what you think. I read every single comment. Also, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss tomorrow's video. If this video helped you out or you found it entertaining or you want to support me, feel free to become a channel member. It is $5 a month. Click that join button down below. And what it does is it allows you to have access to private, more personal videos that are members-only videos. It's like on Twitch. You pay $5 to subscribe to someone on Twitch, right? But on YouTube, it's become a channel member. I have, in the pinned comment, is a playlist of all the members-only videos. If those interest you, feel free to become a channel member. Thank you so much for watching. On the right side of your screen is a video that you should absolutely click right now, but make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss tomorrow's video, because, like I said, videos every day on this channel. If you want to play with me, there is a Discord link in the description. Go ahead and give that a click, and I will see you then. Take care, lads.